Hey y'all, welcome back to episode 2 of Muvva Talk. I know it has been a week since I've dropped, but in loving memory of my great grandmother, Miss Pearlie Mae Walker, who was such a beautiful soul and was fine her whole entire life, had passed away. So I had to lay my grandmother to rest, who lived to be 101 years old. Definitely going to miss my grandma. She was a cute little sassy thing. On top of also having to go to a funeral, mama just needed to vent. Like, there has been so much going on in my world, and it's just been a lot. And like I said before in my first episode, talking is my release. I just love talking. I have to talk to release all of this stuff in the inside, y'all, because motherhood has literally been a lot. So we're going to get into it. First, starting with the hot topic. Hot topic for today. This is going to ruffle some feathers. And I just ask that we all be respectful, because I'm going to always keep it respectful. So the topic today is women having babies before marriage. Peep how I said women having babies before marriage. Nobody gets on men about having babies out of wedlock. This just goes back to the pressure I feel that women have by society. I feel like we're pressured. We're pressured to get straight to it after having a baby. We're pressured to figure out our life as soon as possible after a baby, because there's people waiting for you to fail just because you had a baby. So on top of, okay, I had this baby out of marriage, I'm getting beat up for that. Now I'm getting beat up for being a single mother. Now I'm getting beat up because my body isn't where it's supposed to be. So those are all other topics. I digress. Said all that to say, us women are pressured to get married. Why aren't you married? You should have been married. Da, da, da. I've never heard that said to a man. I feel like that isn't put on men to get married, but it's put on women to get married. And which is why we also get blamed for having a baby out of wedlock and not the man. I also have to disagree. I feel like marriage doesn't save a relationship. And what I mean by that is, what's most important than a marriage and having a child together is your relationship. Is it healthy? Is it toxic? Are y'all getting along? Are y'all great communicators? Can y'all work through issues? I feel like that is the most important thing you need, and like the foundation and a base before getting into a marriage and or having a baby. So I understand if you're Christian, like, or any other religion that says like you have to be married before having a kid. I get that. That's your religion, that's your belief. But I feel like those people also have to understand that everybody else have their own beliefs. Me, I'm a realist. So I just believe in minding your business. Like, mind your business, because 9 times out of 10, that woman who comments that you're under, nagging her about not being married before having her child, never had to call and ask you for help, never had to call and ask you to take her to an appointment, to feed her, to buy her a new pair of shoes or clothes. So I just genuinely feel like it is what it is. Like, that person's life has nothing to do with your life. To be honest, I feel like that comment alone comes from people who are single and don't have a man. And with no man, you can't have no child. So I don't know. Y'all can disagree, but it's my personal opinion and my belief. I believe in minding your business. I believe if you have a baby married, cool. I believe if you don't have a baby married, cool. I just feel like being in a marriage isn't going to save everything like people think. What if I get married, have a baby, and we don't work out? What are you gonna say? Oh, well, at least you got married. What does that help? Like, we're still divorced and I'm still a single mother. So it's just like, what would have been most important is that foundation that me and that man laid down, and just our relationship and how we treat each other, and the respect we have for each other, the communication, the just our values and beliefs aligning. Like, I just feel like it's deeper than marriage and it's deeper than having a baby. So that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all agree or disagree? We got mail. Let's get into Mother Mail. First question is, what's something I wish people warned me about before having kids? That is that is very hard to say, because everybody's situation with their kids are going to be different. There's going to be things that I go through that another person won't go through with their child, and vice versa. But if I had to say anything, it would be I wish people warn me about postpartum. I feel like I was postpartum because I feel like I had to be the same. I feel like I had to be Angelique after my baby. And no, I'm gonna say Sasha League. I feel like I had to be Sasha League before my baby. So that's getting dressed every day, getting cute every day for no reason, sitting around taking pictures, all of that. That was out the window. Also, the feeling that I had for my career was gone. So I was this whole different woman afterwards, and I feel like that put me into deep depression because I've been a worker my whole life. So to have to sit down in the house, be a stay-at-home mom, something I never imagined. My life did a whole 180. So it was different for me. Also, I just had some feelings that I couldn't control. Like it was times where I didn't care to be alive. I didn't know why. I just felt useless. I felt like I was only meant to be a mom and I was worthless as far as everything else outside of that. So yeah, I definitely wish women spoke more about postpartum, but also I know like my mom generation, they never heard of it, didn't know what it was. I even had a conversation with an older woman not too long ago, and she was like, postpartum, we just do what we gotta do. So, like it's different, I get it, but it's a thing now. So I just love how now that's being put out in the light more. Next question is, do moms lose themselves or evolve? I like this one. I feel like moms don't lose themselves. I feel like you can't lose something that wasn't meant to be kept, especially after having a baby and starting a new life. I can 100% guarantee that you're going to be a better person after that baby than you were before. So I feel like it's evolving. Like you just evolving, like you leaving the old you behind and you're going to be better. So if you are going through that, like trust me, just lean on the newer version of you way more than the older version, and you're going to feel 10 times better. Last question is, what's something moms deserve more credit for? We deserve credit for everything, like everything. But I would say we deserve more credit for juggling it all. I feel like society put this expectation on women like, oh, that you're a mom, you're supposed to do that. But it's like we aren't meant to do everything alone. I really give it to single moms because I'm with my child's father and it's still hard. Like I'm still juggling a lot. Like I got parenting classes, I got speech therapy, I got doctor's appointments, I'm trying to, get fit. That takes time. I gotta work out, I gotta eat right, I gotta cook meals, I gotta plan meals, I gotta do hair, I gotta do plan outfits, I gotta shop and make sure they got summer clothes. Planning family events, making sure we getting that quality time and we still living and not just, in a rat race. So it just a lot comes with it. And I just feel like we don't get the credit for it because they feel like, oh, you're supposed to do that. That's why there's a such thing as a father, and that's why there's a such thing as villages. And for those who don't have those, it's very hard. I feel like moms definitely deserve way more appreciation for juggling it all. Now we are at the last segment. We are going to pour into mother. Okay, so a quote that I've seen online that really stuck out to me, that resonated with me. You don't have to earn rest by exhausting yourself. Don't wait until you're on empty to say you need a break or you need rest. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It just feels like one long day since I've been a mom. Now I've learned to lean on my village more and take constant breaks because it's a lot and it's hard. So the people who are there for me, I make sure I lean on them now. I'm not afraid to ask or say like, hey mom, like I'm really overwhelmed. Can you please get Kamora and Kaya's? 9 times out of 10, she's going to ask before I even ask her, which is amazing. I love my mom. She is the heart of my village. Moms, I just want you to make sure that you're getting your rest, you're getting your constant breaks. I used to feel like a break was once a month, and no, I need about 1 or 2 times a week, especially with Kaya still teething and he's more clingy and Kamora communicates more through crying than talking. Like it gets overwhelming. strongly encouraging you to get your rest and get your break, because it's never ending. Let's try our best to stay healthy, stay sane, and stress free. That is the end of Muvva Talk. I really hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Please, y'all, don't be scared to leave a comment. Let's talk about everything that I've talked about in this show. Let's have conversation. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. Bye.